Sporevember 2024, Day 1, Mothman! Yeah! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's go. I mean, look at this. I got wings. I gotta stand up. Oh, hold on. Hold on. These keep falling off. They're not positioned properly right now. Check it out. Whoa. I'm looking real good. Yeah. So, Sporevember. It's a one-day thing. Because it's not a thing that anyone else has done, and I'm not making it a thing. It's just today. Sporevember. Well, let's get to the time lapse then. And here we are with another time lapse. It's not Sportober anymore, but I'm doing one last thing of my Halloween costume. The costume that I wore for Halloween. So I'm making a creature based on that. And what I dressed up as was Mothman, so I'm making that. The eyes, obviously, I wore glasses which had a red thing put on. It's a bit hard to see, but made sure the eyes would be red. I did consider wings, but I knew right away that that it wouldn't look right good. So I just put loads of feathers on the back and made sure it got the right length down to a bit above the ankles, I think. Yeah, and then I put mouth and nose, and then hair, because I have hair, and my hair wasn't. It was there. It was very much there. So I made it with that thing first, but then I made it with feathers just because the other thing I couldn't get to work. And then I swapped out the feathers on the back that were the wings, swapped those out for the bigger feather as well, just because of complexity. Yeah, and then I made hair out of feathers, and I did notice that the colours, because of the one that I needed for the eyes to go red, also made the feathers red, which as initially wasn't sure about, tried to find a middle ground, which ended up being a bit of a paler red, which still worked for the eyes, and was also a bit paler for the feathers, which the actual thing was white, so, yeah, I wrote some notes to myself, which I did remember. Then I also wanted to swap out the hands and feet to be more like the actual feet of moths, just to make it a bit less human-y. Then I went and looked at different patterns I could put on it. I eventually liked that one. It reminded me of one character from Nine, the movie Nine, which is a movie I used to watch a lot. But yeah, I just liked how it looked. Also, some of those feathers on the arms, which means that moves when the arms move, which I liked. Oh, and then I found that thing where the animation just wasn't going, so walked around a bit. But then I couldn't do that again, so yeah. And then I got a name and started writing a description. So yeah, based on how the costume actually was, with the glasses on, at night, I mean, indoors with lights on, it gets a lot darker, a lot redder. At night, outside, couldn't see a thing. I could only see the most lit up parts, and it was just really dark. I had to keep taking the glasses off to be able to see. Oh, and here I'm making a variant on them based on rosy maple moths, because that was an earlier idea I had for the costume. Before I came up, before I decided on Mothman, I was thinking like just moth, and then obviously those moths, and yeah. So I made it pink and yellow because I quite like those moths. They're very colourful and like, well, yeah. Made sure I got the colours right. Changed the description a bit, and yeah, that was nice. It is a variation. Both of them exist. Oh, this one also has actual wings, so hidden under the feathers. The other one didn't, because I didn't want that one to be able to fly. But I thought this rosy variant can fly. Uh, just make them a bit different in stats, which is only a difference of one. The feathers give a high level of charm, and there's not much beyond that. So yeah, I had a bit of a hard time because there's a character limit for that. Yeah, here's me trying to figure out how to put the wings in there, which was really difficult because they just kept snapping all over the place. But I eventually got it. Oh, that uses a lot of DNA points, I'm now noticing. One thing I do also want to make still is a, like, do one in the tribal outfitter. I don't think I'm gonna make a video of that, but I am gonna do that. Yeah, glasses, these things, which aren't very mothy, but it's fine. Yeah, that was that. Sporevember 2024 day 1, and the only day, because I'm not making this a thing. I'm not. So it's going dark now. Oh no! What a shame. It's going dark, and this is it for this type of video for a long, long time. Whoa.